One day, I'm going to be a life coach. Quick little story time. Me talking about being a life coach, public speaker, and things like that came from a very interesting place. It started off being at church. I used to go to church with my grandmother. I guess you could say I was raised in the church a bit. I was one of those kids who couldn't sit still though. I always needed something to do. I became an usher of the church, just like my grandmother. Fast forwarding to my experience being an usher, they put me in a position to speak in front of everybody of the church. That right there was so detrimental to my mind. I was like, oh my God, I'm really finna speak in front of all these people. But they see me every Sunday, so I guess it kind of like softened the blow a bit of just having the anxiety of talking in front of people. Mind you, fun fact, I used to have a speech impediment. I used to stutter a lot. It took me a while to get my words out. And yeah, it was something. I was really struggling. But I will say this, if you stutter, there's a way out. Here's how I stopped my stuttering. It is true, taking your time, thinking about what you want to say does help. But what really kind of like flipped the switch for me to learn how to stop stuttering. Find somebody who stutters worse than you. Hold on. I gotta get the microphone for this one. Find somebody who stutters worse than you. That's how you stop stuttering. You smell me? You hear me? I'll say it one more time for y'all. One more time. If you want to stop stuttering, find somebody who stutters way worse than you. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's true. It's true. It's true. Finding somebody who stutters worse than you is the hack of all hacks. Here's how it worked for me. When I discovered that there was somebody who stuttered way worse than me, I wasn't making eye contact with them at first. I was listening, but we was in the same room. And when I listened for a few seconds, and then I turned over and looked at him, I was like, oh shit. Man, that nigga stuttered worse than me. That nigga stuttered worse than me. I'm just like, oh shit. What are we talking about? And from that point on, I ain't never stuttered ever again. Well, never say never. I did stutter every once in a blue moon, but now it's not even noticeable. To the point that people from my old high schools, yeah, high schools, not just high school, told me, it was like, damn, bro, how did you just stop stuttering? Like, what happened? And I just couldn't help but laugh as I'm telling them what I just told you. I noticed somebody else that was stuttering way worse than me, and it kind of just knocked some sense into me. And I was like, oh shit, like, nah, I don't want to stutter. I don't want to stutter. So, for the people that stutter, that's your ticket. That's all you gotta do. Find somebody who stutter worse than you. And it's gonna make you feel like, ooh, like, I don't wanna be like that. It may seem fucked up to others for, yeah, the sensitive ones. Let's go back to what I was talking about earlier. Because, you know, the things that we see online, far as the people like gatekeeping and saying like, oh, I got the answers. I got the answers, Sway. But then they give you all these breadcrumbs and lead you on into some other bullshit. I don't like doing that. I see the marketing way of doing that to be more profitable, but I feel like if you the shit, you the bomb, people just gonna come to you regardless. They gonna want to trust you because you saving them time, and that's a lot of things that others don't think about. So let me not ramble off. I'll put that into another video. If you want me to talk about that in another video, put it in the comments, and then I'll elaborate on that. I have no problem sharing information, bro. Like this shit is on 10 with me. Like I've been collecting so much information. This shit crazy. Um, about being a life coach. Even though I'm not in a position that I want to be, but I know that I really see myself coaching people. And it's crazy because I love sports, right? I love baseball, basketball. I played a little bit of football. I tried hockey before. Can't skate for shit, so don't ask me. There's always something to be learned in all of those. When you apply that same concept to learning something to be great, hello, life coach. They say focus on something that comes easy to you that's harder to most. I'm gonna just reword this motherfucker. Something that you can do with ease that many others find hard to do, that's your gift. So I did a particular reading. I think the proper name is called Gene Keys. If you know about Gene Keys, put it in the comments. Let me know if you know about it. My Gene Keys. Gene Keys. Gene Keys. Sorry, Cartoon Network moment. Oh yeah, real quick. Oh, hey, commercial break real quick. If you are enjoying the content and everything that I have to share here, can you just do me a favor and like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend? And if you have any other things you want me to talk about, yeah, put it in the comments too. All right, right on. Enjoy the show. And I had a professional share with me some points about myself. I discovered that part of my purpose is being a messenger. That really opened up my eyes about being a messenger. Because what comes natural for me that seems like no one else wants to do is share. It's crazy because being a kid, I was stingy as hell. I just wanted my own shit. I was stingy. Excuse me. I was stingy at first, and now I just want to give game. I just want to give free game. I like to give game to people that actually want to use it. You know, they say create a niche group that you want to focus on. My niche group are aspirational creatives, people that work on themselves to become the best version of themselves because they understand the concept. Everybody around you becomes a better person at some point of their lives because they're associated with you. So by being associated with you, it's the law of attraction. You are who you hang around. Birds flock together. Birds that flock together. How does that? Birds of a feather flock together. There you go. There you go. Birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock together. I think I said that right. But you know what I mean, though. You want to level up. Pure and simple. You want to level up. You're focusing on your craft. You're focusing on your gift. And you're finding a strategy which you can turn into a system and then pass it on so you can focus more on what you do best. Shit. If I were to live stream, ooh, I would have a whole lot of subscribers. I'm already knowing because of all the game that I give. I think it's pretty common to have one of those motives. I want to give free game because I want to give information that I wish that was given to me when I was younger. So for my younger crowd that is watching this, you have the opportunity to win in so many different ways. You don't always have to cookie cut copy everybody else's formula. Sometimes you just gotta cherry pick the tree and take what you need and remix your own recipe into your own flavorful drink. It's just that simple. Easier said than done. Easier said than done because it does take time. And if you an impatient motherfucker, this shit ain't gonna work for you. You gotta be patient because I used to always talk about being optimistic. Being optimistic and saying that optimism is my best friend. Standing around who I called my best friends, I say optimism is my best friend. You heard? Yeah, yeah. On that, say that. Stand on that. I stand on it. I stood on that shit 10 toes down. Fucking 10, 20 floors in the goddamn sky. SF skyscrapers. I was still saying that shit. Optimism is my best friend. Because it got me through everything. All of my hardships, the times where I felt like I just wanted to flip a table and say, fuck you. Optimism was right there to remind me of my purpose and to remind me of where I'm heading. With this brand right here, you smell me? Serene, smiling confidence. Meditate. Yeah. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Yeah, man. I just wanted to get on here and share a little gem for now and just put a request out into the universe of saying that one day I will be getting paid just to tell people how to operate in their lives and they willingly come my way. I'm like a doctor without being a doctor. You feel me? Because I got a lot of information to share. But, just like many, I don't want to overdo it. Because I just want to be cool. I just want I want my society, my tribe, my people. I want my tribe, my people. It does not matter who you are. It does not matter who you are. You can be a part of this tribe. You can. But you gotta be on your shit though. This goes for me too. So don't worry. Like, if I feel like I'm falling off, I know that one of y'all, if y'all see it, you gonna put me back in check. I'm doing the same thing for y'all. It's just an even exchange. Even exchange because we all trying to get somewhere. We all trying to get to our end goal, whether if it's the white picket fence and the two-story house and the dog and the beautiful wife, or the mansions, the cars, the lifestyle of freedom to do whatever you please. Some people still want to work the 9 to 5. Okay, I mean, shit. That's what you call a role player. A role player is cool with just staying in that lane. Not everybody is meant to be a part of the 1%. Know that. I had to learn that the hard way because I was too busy like trying to bring my friends up. Don't do that. Take a page out of my notes and don't do that. Well, I gotta go. Peace.